We have the first question from Mr. Saurabh Somani. Saurabh followed by Vishesh Roy. Saurabh, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Harshal, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, congratulations on the bowling.
Thank you.
You said in the match presentation that you had been told you'll be bowling the 10 overs. My question is, how early were you told that? How it helped having that clarity in terms of developing your bowling skills in the 10 overs? Because you also said you developed the Yorker various interface, which maybe you don't use as much in what now.
I'm sorry, your voice is very patchy. I couldn't figure out your question.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. So I got the question. Yeah. So when I was traded, they told me what sort of role I'll be playing in this team, and also when we gathered for the camp for our first camp, there was very clear instruction to me that I'm going to bowl at least 2 overs in the death, and that gave me a lot of clarity and confidence to just work on my skill and develop certain plans against the batters that I'm going to face in death overs in various teams. Um, it was that clarity was given to me very early, and that made my preparation a lot more concise.
All right, Vishesh Roy, next, go ahead.
Hi Harshal, congratulations for a five for today. I just wanted to ask, do you think this current this Chepauk pitch suits your style of bowling a lot? And do you think you caught the Mumbai batsmen off guard because they are used to dispatching pacers, but your change of pace troubled them a lot?
Yeah, I think it definitely suited my kind of bowling, and that was probably one of the reason why Virat left my 3 overs at the death. And as the ball got older, it started reversing a bit, and when the ball starts reversing, it's definitely easier to execute your Yorkers. And I know that my slower balls have been my biggest strength for almost 10 years now. And Yorker is something that I've been working on, and I'm happy that I was able to execute that.
Anshul Gupta, you can go ahead with your question.
Hey Harshal, congratulations for bowling superbly.
Thank you.
My question was regarding you played for 3 years with Delhi, and you were bowling mostly in the power play and the middle overs. So now that you have been given the role of a designated, have you changed anything on your bowling per se for death bowling, or like you mentioned Yorkers and all? So yeah.
Um, yeah, it's actually whatever the team wants me to do, I have to do that. And I knew that I had enough options to bowl probably 1 over in the power play. And if I bowl in the middle overs, I had enough options. And I probably didn't need Yorker that much. But if you need to bowl in death overs, you definitely need to rely a little bit on the Yorker. You can't just keep bowling length balls and slow balls. People are gonna line up to that. So it's important to have that one delivery which can get the batsman off strike, and it can give you options at death.
We'll take final two questions. Sydney Kiran.
Hi Arshad, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi. Arshad, obviously in this game you were picked ahead of someone like Navdeep and you stayed for India. So how much does this such a strong performance give for a tournament like this? You know, the very first match you take a fifer first against bowler to do against Mumbai. So the confidence for the tournament ahead.
Yeah, obviously you always want to start well, and that makes a massive impact on how you go about the tournament in coming games. But this is my 10th season in IPL, and I know it's a pendulum. Things can change very quickly for good and for bad. So all you have to do is just focus on your planning, focus on your execution, and take one game at a time. and not get too overconfident. At the same time, if you have a bad day on the field, you just can't get too depressed. You have to move on from all these situations very quickly.
One final question from Shamik.
Hi, Harshal, and well bowled.
Thank you.
Harshal, between the last IPL and this one, and it's a gap of just 5 months. Any specific training you have gone through to perfect your Yorkers, especially those slower Yorkers?
Not really. I've been bowling that for almost 2 years now. It's just that when you don't get wickets off of those deliveries, you people don't tend to see that variation is not as effective if you don't get wickets. But when you get wickets, people obviously notice that. And my Yorker is one thing that I've been bowling for a long time, but I was not confident enough to take that into the game. But now, like in last 15-20 days, I've made sure that I put myself in situations where I have to bowl Yorkers, and I get really confident at it.